Half a day, beautiful people. Guahusi, Chelsea, Familia Tanda Denteli Du. I am from Orda, Guahan. My dad's side of the family is King and Guzman. I'm still learning my lineage. That is a message for anybody who is encouraged to remember their culture, their lineage. Don't allow not knowing to stop you from knowing. Don't allow knowing a lot of information or being perfect to stop you from knowing at least the basics to start, okay? But I am from Orda, Guahan. I am a daughter of Guahan. And this is a channeled message in regards to incest, y'all. This is also a channel, it's not only a channel message in regards to incest, but it's also a channeled message in regards to sex and how we've abused and misused sex, such a sacred energy and coming together upon people. Okay, please bear with me as I say this. 11:11 on the clock. Ascended Master, let's go. Please bear with me as I read these channeled messages. I'm nervous, and this is personal and private and a little uncomfortable. However, I have chosen and decided to be a divine channel for the Most High Mother God, for Mama Gaia and the lineage, the women of our lineage, etc., etc. Everything that I share is for awareness and prevention. This is a clear, direct channel from Mama Gaia, from Mama God, from the women in the lineage. And this message is specifically from one of my brothers whose name, Bruce Martinez. Um, so my channel messages and my awareness, 144 on the clock, let's go, chosen one. My videos and my content is not content creating for fun or for entertainment. This is for awareness and education and prevention. This is for you to be aware of the topics I'm talking about, for you to learn truth about the topics I'm talking about, for us to come together as a community and actually make real change in our community so we can stop and we can prevent these hardships that are continuously happening in the generations to stop. If you're watching this message, you are either somebody who is wants to bring awareness and education and prevention to child molestation, incest, or anything dealing with sex in your family and or publicly. Or two, you could be somebody who wants to end the silence to a lot of the abuses and the misuses of the people in your family lineage, okay? And or just education or awareness. I'm gonna keep breathing, y'all. I'm gonna keep breathing, and I'm just gonna real. I'm not gonna edit this thing because I need y'all to see like my experience and actually experience this experience with me, okay? So let's go. This is a channel message from Bruce Martinez. Bruce is one of my cousins via in-laws. He passed away via taking his own life back in, man, I'm gonna put his photo here with the days and the years and everything, okay? But it's been some time. It's been a few years. It's been almost a decade or two, a little bit over a decade. And Bruce was cool. And I have been receiving knocks on my door spiritually from Bruce for a very long time. And I got little bits and pieces. It was a lot of apologies or a lot of encouragement to the family, and I kind of ignored it, or I didn't open that door yet. And for anybody watching this who is going through their spiritual journey or healing journey, that is a-okay for you to set boundaries with your spirit team, with Mother God, with your higher self. When any type of messages come in, signs come in, blah blah blah, if you're not ready, it's okay for you to say, I'm not ready right now, please give me some time, or I don't want to do that right now, please give me some time, or please stop asking me, or I'll come to you and I'll meditate so I can connect with you when I'm ready, because it's a-okay for us. Bruce has been banging on my door throughout the whole week, tickling my feet and shit, and I was just overwhelmed with so many different things that I had going on. I have my 15-day video series, Take Your Leap of Faith. I'm promoting my GoFundMe, my Amazon wish list. I'm on my journey throughout the nation right now, and there's just so much, and I'm learning to stop overworking myself, and all these messages are going to align with somebody, if not everybody, okay? But I'm learning not to overwork myself and overburden myself with my responsibilities, and take things one day, one step, one moment at a time. So sometimes you're gonna have to say no, and it's gonna be awkward and uncomfortable, especially if it's, towards family, towards loved ones, towards the community, towards your work. But your health and wellness is the most important. And Bruce was understanding and just kind of, went his own way. But every single day it kind of comes and tickles my feet, or I be seeing him. This was such an emotional experience for me, especially because he was a young dude. And I keep seeing him like to me in my third eye, and he's trying to make me laugh to be silly, because this is a very heavy but also necessary and informative message. So I also want to, it's important for me to mention that I will be sharing messages from Bruce, and it is to the family. It is to the family. It is to anybody who experienced him, and just for the public in general, to be an example of awareness and prevention, right? And healing and forgiveness. But I want the family, I would love for the family to have an open mind to know that it's not just about Bruce or about the family. It's about other people who go through the same experience as Bruce, as I did, as you did. It's about other families as well. It's about sharing awareness, providing a safe space for us to come together and talk with one another, and get angry or get upset or have different opinions or experiences, but still come together to share these topics and conversations, so we can heal and so we can let go and so we can make a better day and a better way for the children, okay? So the family has actually been a chosen family by Mother God to either admit and forgive and let go within the family, or there's a couple people I see in here that are meant to speak publicly. They're chosen to speak publicly, and we'll get into that. Okay, so let's get into the message already. 6 minutes in. Just gonna take a breath, man. We're just gonna ground. Grounding means, calming down your nervous system, taking a breath, taking slow breathings in and out, just so we can recenter ourselves and release all that pressure. We new to this, but we also true to this, baby. All right, let's go. I asked Bruce also that during this moment, if he would like to channel some messages, that he could do so, but please slow down, because there's already like freaking 4 pages of messages here, and I just don't want to get overwhelmed with too much. I just ask him, please, to amplify the messages that are really here already here, that is important to you. And I also invite Archangel Michael, the sacred grandfathers and the sacred grandmothers, to circle around me with a sacred geometrical circle of protection, to protect this space, protect this channel, protect the people who are viewing this and listening as I channel in this moment. All right, so it is and so it be. Let's go. Okay, so Bruce wanted to mention that he was a very maverick person. Maverick meaning he was very unorthodox or an independent minded person. So he was very unpopular. He wasn't really like the rest of the crowd or the rest of the people. He did things differently. There's also something about Christmas here. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I just see him dancing and like very excited that I'm finally like recording this thing. Okay, how I dance with you now? Should we get focused? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, I wrote here, count your blessings. Okay. And then Bruce also wanted to mention in quotation, if I was there, she would want to be with me. Okay. And that's A-okay. All right. But this is for Bruce Martinez specifically. He wanted the people to know, his family to know, and anybody in general, or to be an example to say, because he took his own life too early, I'm a good kid. If you see me doing this, that just means I'm moving the energy around. I'm going to get a little bit emotional, and it's okay. I'm just going to move the energy around so I could just get focused and get grounded, okay? But he said, I'm a good kid. He said, I love them, whoever them is. He said, why don't you share my picture? And then he said, family. He said, karma and guilt, subconsciously, possibly for how everything went down with him. And then in regards to sharing his picture, he said, my sister will share my picture. Or at least she used to post my picture. And then he said, you abandoned me when even you all did wrong. Okay. And then he said, tell my son the truth about me. Okay. And he underlined truth. Okay. And he said, judge and jury was not your position. Oh, I also want to say before we go further, Bruce is not saying this message in a judgmental way or to kind of, you know what I mean, jab back at somebody. He's saying he wants to get it off his chest, which is truth. And so sometimes, somebody would think that he's judging or trying to stab back. No, he just wants to share the truth. And he also wants us to share the truth, and y'all will understand throughout the video. But he also channeled this song, Tell My Family I Love Them. I believe it was an author from Guahan, but I'm just going to kind of sing it. Last night Jesus came to me, wiped the tears from my eyes, and he said not to worry, no. Something, something, he loves my life. Tell my family I love them. Tell my family I care. When it seems they are far away, tell my family I'm there. All right, y'all listen to that song on YouTube. Y'all gonna cry. Don't be tomorrow's be like, we true rocks. We went through World War II. We don't cry. Boy, if you don't sit down and cry, crying is healing, crying is releasing, crying is forgiving, crying is accepting, crying is love, crying is connecting. Bruce also wants y'all to know that he's right there with you, okay? He's right there with you, even though we don't believe it or we don't see him, they're always there. So always pray to him, acknowledge him, honor him, say his name, put his picture up, light a candle, cook his favorite foods, etc., etc. He's there, all right? He said, we loved each other and they don't get it, okay? We loved each other and they didn't get it. And then my Uncle Kenneth Cruz came in and advocated for Bruce. And Uncle Ken used his example of his relationship with his mother's sister's daughter, which was his first cousin. Okay, but my Uncle Kenneth Cruz came up to advocate for Bruce, and he said, we all have choices and we stand on ours. How about can you? So Uncle Ken is saying, we made our choices and we stand on our choices. I guess they loved each other. And Uncle Ken is saying, can you stand on your choices and your decisions, okay? And then Uncle Ken said they had the confidence to live out loud. Uncle Ken just kind of got into a relationship with his girlfriend at the time, and he's like, hey, this is what it is, and you know what I mean? Whoever got anything to say, ba ba ba. Okay? And then Bruce also channeled this song For My Good by Todd Galberth. So please make sure you guys go and listen to these songs. Look up these messages, these numbers. I'm going to let y'all know along the way. That way you guys are going to receive more messages from Bruce, more synchronizations. Maybe they're going to talk about something you're interested in. Maybe a favorite color. Maybe a favorite song. Maybe there's a phrase in the song that's going to reach you. If you start crying, if you get goosebumps, you know what I mean? If you feel a wind, that's the divine, that's the angels. They're there with you. Don't be afraid. It's okay. You're safe. But look, For My Good by Todd Galberth. I just see Bruce and like all my ancestors and angels just being grateful to me for speaking about this, because I was somebody who silenced myself for so long. Ever since a child, I was taught to silence myself. They intentionally silenced me, and or I learned to silence myself because I'm also an unorthodox person. I don't go with the trend. I don't go with the regular. I make a new way, and it's always going to be for our highest wellness and goodness, or for the highest wellness and goodness of society. I just see them smiling, especially my grandmother, Grandma Fina. She's stuck on Bruce right now, man. They together. They stuck like white on rice right now. And we're gonna get into that, but it said, God uses everything for his glory. Nothing goes unused. Even if you went through it, he can use it. So it's like all things are working for my good. He's intentional, never failing. Okay, listen to that song For My Good by Todd Galberth. But also the channeled song Beautiful Scars by Maximilian. Y'all make sure y'all listening to the songs. But it said, what was meant to kill me, it only made me better. Okay. And then God is allowing Bruce, and Bruce decided in heaven he's climbing trees right now. He's just enjoying himself climbing a bunch of trees. I don't know when he was a child if he liked to climb trees or if he liked to be outside in nature, but he's climbing trees right now. But also the song Climbing Trees by Roman, Roaman. And then also there was an elephant as well. So look up Google the spiritual meaning, the spiritual symbol of the elephant, and they're going to show you. He said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. Oh, so when I was writing this message, I was getting nervous and I was like, am I really hearing Bruce? Like, is this really for real? I'm still new to this, but I'm true to this. These are spiritual gifts and abilities that I knew I had ever since a child. I just didn't know the definition or the meaning to it, or it was so demonized or shamed and unpopular that we didn't even talk about it, especially on the island of Guahan. But when I was like doubting and I was fearing, Bruce tapped in and he said, trust your intuition, exclamation point. We need you to bring justice to heaven on earth. So meaning to heaven. There's a lot of angels that left too early or their life was taken too early. And I'm a part of the collective that is here to bring justice to these angels in heaven on earth. And then it said, it is me and you are tapped in. So he's saying like, it is me and you're tapped in. Okay. Oh my God. I'm a pause. Wait, don't pause. Just show. Y'all have to experience this, and somebody who's gonna watch this, you need a reminder. Like whenever you're stressed and pressed, whenever you're whatever, you know what I mean. Slow down. Take a breath. All you got is time. If you don't have anything, you have the power of the breath in your lungs and in your heart to bring you back to center. Please excuse me right now. I'm working on my dental hygiene, so if y'all are here, y'all be smelling bad breath, coffee, and pizza. I'm just trying to be real and I'm trying to be authentic. It's been something that I've been struggling since childhood, and I just want to be evidence to be real, bro. Be real, be real. Because I'm going to be speaking on stages and spaces, and it's like, y'all need to know in advance, all right? But we like halfway there working on it. It's crispy, clean, minty, fresh. Okay, going on. I just keep on seeing him smiling. He's just so handsome and he's just so beautiful and hot, Mr. Bees. Okay. So this is a channeled song, Intentional by Travis Green. There's a lot of like, this was intentional. Like we thought that Bruce did something wrong, but God knew this was going to happen and God allowed this to happen because even 10, 15, 20 years later, karma, justice, awareness, and truth, it will always prevail. That's why be very conscious and aware how you treat yourself, how you treat others, how you treat the land, the people, etc., because what you put out into the universe is always going to come right back to you. All right? It's not going to be easy. It's not about being perfect. It's just about doing your best every single day. And when you fall, dust yourself off, forgive yourself, and get back up. Don't stay stuck like, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I made a lot of mistakes. Do I keep on needing to make mistakes? God's going to keep on forgiving me? Yes. Especially when you keep on making mistakes, that's the best time God is going to pull up and be there for you if you just leave that door open. So Intentional by Travis Green is a song, and then he goes, Beautiful Scars by Maximilian. That what is lost ain't gone. No, you can't just let go, cause it's a part of what will make you strong. Embrace your flaws. I'm not gonna fight back what I've become. Yeah, I've got bruises where I came from, but I wouldn't change if I could restart. I ain't gonna hide these beautiful scars. I feel like God, Bruce, I keep on saying God instead of Bruce, but Bruce was a divine channel for Mother God. A lot of us are divine channels for Mother God, but he's saying he didn't know it in the time, but now he knows it. And he's giving me gratitude for being a channel for him, like a three-way channel from God to Bruce to me to Earth. Okay, because Bruce was God. Bruce was Jesus in the flesh, as we all are. The word says that we are made in the image of God. A lot of people be getting egoic or I'm God. Rah, rah, rah. No, it's for the highest wellness and goodness of everybody, including yourself. But I feel like that was for the family. I also feel like this is specifically for Mom, Auntie Gail. So Bruce is and then Auntie Fina came in and she said, I was wrong. I was the matriarch and I did wrong. I taught wrong. I was silent. No more. Speak up. And I was hesitant to say this, but at this point, it's not me, it's the divine, and it needs to be said. But she said Jada. She said Jada. And I was a little sensitive with that because that's my niece. She's like a young kid right now. And I'm like, what does that mean? They're not telling me, but she just said Jada. And then number 7. So look up angel number 7. Look up angel number 10. She also said temptation. Temptation could be food. It could be gambling. It could be drugs. It could be sex. It could be talking negatively to yourself, having low self-esteem, talking down on yourself, etc., etc., etc. And then Bruce continued the song and said, tell my mom her son is fine and heaven is mine. And then I see like when Bruce went, first of all, Bruce is in heaven with the angels. Second of all, God like opened his arms, her arms, and Bruce ran straight to God, straight to Jesus. And Bruce was asking Jesus for forgiveness, and Jesus told Bruce that he never needed to be forgiven for what he did because it was a part of his divine plan on earth. So Bruce just wants mom and anybody else who cares to know that, like, because he took his own life, that doesn't mean you're going to hell. And that is evidence right there. I'm a divine channel. Go to God and pray to God. God will give you dreams, or God will give you signs and synchronicities in regards to that. But also Bruce was like asking Jesus for forgiveness for everything he did, like his actions and behavior before he took his life. And Jesus said, you don't need to be forgiven for anything because that was a part of your plan. That was your plan on earth. Everything was God's hand on it. And it's hard for us to accept that or believe that or understand that as humans sometimes, because we don't have that full comprehension, or we allow emotions and personal opinions to get in the way. But that's the divine, man. Sometimes it's not understandable, but everything has a reason, okay? So he wants to tell his mom that Jesus said he didn't need to be forgiven because everything he did was a part of the divine plan. And this is for his mom. A part of the song Beautiful Scars by Maximilian, he said, I've been going way too hard on myself. Guess that is the reason I've been feeling like hell. But I wouldn't change if I could restart. I ain't gonna hide these beautiful scars. So I guess he's telling his mom, like, please don't be hard on yourself. It's I can't even say, how it will feel for a parent to bury their child, but for my human comprehension, I would say that it's hard. And you carry that with you, but your son wants you to know that, like, don't hide those beautiful scars, those embarrassing moments, or those choices and those decisions, because this is a part of what makes you strong. And in time you will start to accept that and share it, whether within yourself or your loved ones, or with a stranger publicly, or however you want to do that. Okay. So they're intervening, and he really wants to talk about his son. Baseball, basketball. Let my mom see my boy. I'm reading that I written down. There's 3 exclamation points, and he like made me scribble. Let my mom see my boy, exclamation points. Also, this is really maybe hurting Antigel. And yeah, this is a channel, yeah, but there's some things that are going to make sense. There's some things that are going to be true. There's some things that you might be like, that's not true. Now he's saying, tap in. Don't do that. Okay. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still learning and growing with everyone, okay? But, shoes, cleats, football, superstar. I'm like live channeling. I'm not reading. This is him. Let my mom see my boy more than once a week. Superstar. I feel like maybe his son is going to be like a famous sports player. He's going to be a famous sports player. I want my boy to be in my mom's life, vice versa. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. In my tank, oh country road. I feel like Bruce wants the mom to hang out with the son and go drive down south and like look at the views, like look at the water, watch the views, watch the sunset, take the sun, and like set the intention, meaning like, you know what I mean, like pray and be like, okay son, I'm gonna go hang out with your boy and I want you to come visit us. So I just see like Antigel driving and the sun is there, and they're just like looking at the views and stuff, and Bruce is saying, I'm the water, I'm the sunset, I am the trees, I am the flowers. I'm seeing carabaos or bulls. Look at the spiritual meaning of the animal carabao. You're going to get messages and signs in those spiritual meanings. Bruce is waiting to call the mom. Bruce is waiting for the mom to answer his call. Don't be afraid. Just sit down and pray and set the intentions like, hey, son, I want to hear from you. And then just listen. When you see signs and messages like he used to say, maybe you start laughing randomly, you start crying, that's him. He's there. Don't be afraid. And you're not crazy. There's nothing crazy about it. You tap, tap, tap in. When you set the intention and you ask for it, God will open the door and let you see. Bruce is saying that his mom is like really hurting, or like either consciously, like you're addressing it consciously, like you're really hurting, or you've like stuffed it in the back burner, that like you're really hurting about this experience. But spending time with the son will heal you. So he's really asking the son's mother to allow that, to allow her to have time with him. And like, don't put no cap on it. Will also mom be mindful, grandma be mindful to the mom and her needs and stuff. But like, even spending a night, he wants him to spend a night with grandma. Sound confirmation. And that's it. He just wants his mom to have time with the son, so that it can help her, and that the son can learn about the dad. Sound confirmation. Learn about the dad, and just be real, have honest. The son is meant to do like very good things in his lifetime, specifically in sports. I keep seeing cleats or balls, basketballs, football. I'm seeing football specifically though. And he's gonna be very tall, or he's like tall already. He's gonna be like extra tall, taller than his average age. Okay, now he wants me to stop channeling and continue to read. Tell my boy my truth. Tell my boy about me. Please put me in his memory. My justice is my boy living his life and knowing the truth of his dad before 18. So Bruce is saying like that he really wants a reconnection with his son, his son's mother, and his mother, his son's grandmother, before 18. I believe the son is 15 or 16. 14, 15, 16. A teenager. His son's a teenager. His son also has a girlfriend. has a girlfriend. He said, I like her, but does she like him? I guess that means like he sees that she's a good girl, but like, does he really like him? Or is she just like being with him for fun or to have a boyfriend? And there's nothing negative about that, y'all. A lot of us were young once, and like learning ways, and the kids is like, we be promoting like these relationships at a young age or whatever, and the kids are just trying to figure it out. So Bruce is saying like, I like her, so like she's a good girl, but does she like him? Like truthfully. Tell my boy to focus on sports more than the girls. Like, it's okay to have a relationship, but really dial in and focus on his sports. Don't pressure him about it. It needs to be something that the kids are happy to do and fun, not like pressure, like, oh, I got to do this, I got to compete, I got to, make it right, I got to do this to get into college or scholarship. Like, make it fun for them. Don't take that away from them. Don't take that innocence and that fun away from them. Thank you. I also saw the color green, which represents Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael and the few archangels that I'm going to mention, they're the angels that are closest to God. These are the angels that work directly with God and closest to heaven and humans as well. So we got Archangel Raphael, which represents color green, which represents the heart chakra. The heart chakra are energy spaces in our body. Look up the definition. In our body. And it has specific meanings to specific chakras. Okay. Confirmation. The green chakra is the heart space, and I saw the color white, which also symbolizes Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel represents protection and also the throat chakra. That was a confirmation. You guys just see me coughing or like choke on my spit a little bit. So this is telling me that Bruce wants the family, or is encouraging the family, to heal by speaking about your stories and experiences. Okay. Healing is going to come when you guys talk honestly, speak honestly, truthfully to each other, to yourselves. And that's going to bring healing to the family, because if we continue down the line that we're going, it's just going to keep repeating. Each generation is going to keep on repeating, and there's not going to be healing. There's not going to be any change. And God is choosing the Martinez family for specific goals and reasons. on earth. Okay, so I'm gonna move forward. In the song "Intentional" by Travis Green, and Bruce said, "Stop the incest or end the silence." So he's saying, stop the incest in the family, or end the silence to what's going on inside of the family. Bruce was a generational curse breaker. Angel number 77, master number 77 is there. 77 also represents Jesus. So Bruce has Jesus by his side when he was on earth, whether he acknowledged it or not, whether he was religious or blah, 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 blah. It's much easier and simpler than that. You can have the most hard-headed, hard, negative, nasty person, blah, 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 and there could be ascended masters with them. Mother God can be with them straight up. And that's just what it is, whether we acknowledge it, share it, or know it or not. That is what that is, and that's for specific reasons. It's all aligns together. It's all connected, positive and negative, good and bad, light and dark. He said Bruce was an earth angel. He was an earth angel, and we took an earth angel. Bruce is meant to bring God back into the family and onto the land, onto the island of Guam, or the land, the world in general. But heaven wants to say that Bruce was an earth angel. Bruce was an earth angel, and we took an earth angel. So that was that. And he was meant to bring God back into the family. And I feel like God is already with us, but God is knocking on our door to have a personal relationship. And it's not just about going to church every Sunday, reading the Bible, praying the rosary, and blah, 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 whatever, pray when we want something. God is knocking on the door of the family, of all families, to have a personal connection with you in a whole nother level than what they teaching us right now. Okay. And Bruce said, I love my family. I'm still going to fight for them, God. So regardless of what happened, regardless of how he was treated, Bruce is advocating for the family in heaven, saying, I love my family and I'm still going to fight for them regardless. Okay. So he said, all things are working for my good. He's intentional. Whether Bruce knew it or acknowledged it or showed it, like, I don't know if he had a relationship with God when he was living, but he sure as hell does now. But he's like, all things are working for my good. He's intentional, never failing. This is where it got for real, and this is where I come in. So Bruce is saying there's a baby in the family who is labeled as ADHD or physically unable. He circled unable and X'd it out. He said this is an earth angel, and they are more than capable. Javen. This could be a first name or a middle name. This is a child. He's a new star, is what Bruce is saying. Angel number 222. This child is also a chosen child, or is going to be a very famous child. I'm prophesying over these children right now. Bruce also wants to know that the mother of this Javon, this is a first name or middle name, okay, guys? Or Devon, whatever, but it was Javon, Javon. But this parent is also intuitive, meaning they're very psychic. They have very much spiritual gift. They can see clearly, they can smell clearly, they can hear clearly, they can speak clearly to the other sides above human comprehension. And this child is also eclectic. They're also eclectic. So there's somebody where, like, if they go to school and the teacher says 1 + 1 is 2, they're going to challenge them, and they're going to be like, how is 1 + 1 2 if 1 + 1 + 1 is 2? Some shit, it's like you're not only listening to the teachers in the school, you're also like going to other places, other spaces, maybe your lived experiences. It's just not, you're not just listening to one thing like a teacher. You're listening to yourself, you're listening to nature, you're listening to environment, you're listening to your parents, and then you go and you be like, oh, that makes sense, oh, that doesn't make sense, which is very cool and is a spiritual gift, because a lot of people are programmed. I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna get a college degree, I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna get a corporate job, and I'm gonna blah, 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 when really you want to start your own business, you want to share your creativity, you want to share your art, you want to blah, 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 blah. But a lot of people, they just kind of bend down and take it over, which I say that respectfully, because that's kind of what we kind of be having to do. But also we're in a time with technology where it's like you have the opportunity to take your ideas, which is God-given ideas and spiritual ideas, and birth it out into the world. So Bruce said, if the school doesn't accept him, take him out. So Bruce is like, don't let the school or anybody tell you who your child is. If you know, take if the schools are not accepting him, take him out and teach him yourself. And that means that the parent is going to have to learn about these spiritual gifts, or whatever it is they're labeling the child at, which ADHD, ADD is not a illness, or it's not a sickness. The truth is we are neurodivergent, meaning, again, when the teacher like draws on the chalkboard and says 1 plus 1 equals 2, maybe the child will want to go up there and says equals 2, or maybe the child will want to get blocks, get one blue block, one green block, and use that. Or maybe they might want to sing it, 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be one set way. And they be like, ADD, ADHD, they don't want to sit down, they don't want to listen, they're short attention span. That's because they are fucking smarter than what the fuck these schools are teaching us right now. Respectfully to all the teachers out there, we love you, but we also need you, okay? And don't allow anybody to tell you, parent of Javon, or this child as well, that there's something wrong with you. If you need a mentorship, if you need a mentor, or you need somebody to guide you, come to me, okay? Auntie Chelsea will assist you with that. They ain't gonna tell you no thing. You're very gifted, okay? So angel number 77, y'all need to look that up, but it means this is a profound spiritual message sent by one's guardian angel in the divine realm. So Bruce is a guardian angel for this Javon, and there's also this parent who's eclectic. And then he said, in regard to the parent and this Javon being eclectic, Bruce is saying this is vital guidance and encouragement, serving as a compass to one's life, helping to navigate through various situations and decisions. So the parent might be about to make a decision in regards to the child and how they're learning, what school they go to. And Bruce is saying this is guidance and encouragement for you, because you've been praying, or maybe you've been asking or wondering, like, well, what do I do? Like, where does he go to school? And this is a boy, Javon. What do I do? What school is he going to go to? How am I going to teach him? Blah, blah, blah. I keep on hearing homeschooling, and that you're going to have to learn, and it's going to be a lot of extra work or whatever, but you can do this because you're built for this. And God is not going to give you something that you can't handle. I'm talking really fast. God is not going to give you something that you can't handle. But it is what it is. When we have some type of illness or sickness or spiritual gift, and we're going everywhere and nobody knows what it is, how it is, blah blah blah, what it means, but we're experiencing it and we know it, we're gonna have to learn it for ourselves and ask the questions ourselves and look for the resources and guidance ourselves. And we're gonna trust that the universe, our ancestors, our guardians, Mother God herself is gonna guide us. We just have to, because we're not going to be placed in a box and be like, okay, I'm ADHD, I'm just going to stay in this school, I'm not happy, and I know that I'm smarter than this, and I know that blah 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 blah, but they're telling me otherwise, so I'm just going to no, pick your head up, get out of that box, okay? And then that's when he said, if the schools don't accept him, take him out. So Bruce is saying, Bruce is encouraging you, and the angels are encouraging you not to put the child in a school where they label him, or say like he's gonna have to go to extra learning or extra schooling or blah blah blah. Nah, that kid, the teachers better sit down, because that kid is going to be teaching the teachers, okay? I'm just saying. So also, in regards to angel number 77, I also looked up the Bible verse to angel number 77, and it says 77 generations from Adam to Jesus. Matthew, Peter asked, how many times shall I forgive my brother? And Jesus said 77 times. But they said it wasn't literal, so whatever that means, look it up. But come to me in regards to this child, in regards to ADD, ADHD, healing journey, spiritual journey, or like spiritual gifts, etc., etc. If God approves and my ancestors say green light, let them know, etc., etc., I'll teach you, and or I will refer you in the right way. I have more than enough resources for you. Bruce also has a channeled song for her, and he said Bed of Lies by Nicki Minaj. Do you ever think of me when you lie down in your bed of lies? And he's saying selfish, but he also said not over you, and he said for her. And I also just want to amplify that Bruce is not like saying these songs or messages again to like put anyone down or make anyone feel bad or be regretful or make them feel bad. He really wants to like be real, like, hey, this hurt me, but also like I forgive you and I accept you type energy. So that's that. He also played the song Bandit. I'm so sorry. He also played the song Bandit by Juice WRLD and Young Boy. I'm a definition of a bandit. She a definition of a bad chick. I'm a savage. Anyways, he said, shame, shame. They left me for shame. And then there's a song here, Be Like Water by Low Wolf. So make sure you look that up. Also look up the spiritual animal meaning of the wolf. And you know, the wolves, they represent leading the pack, but the wolves can also represent being a lone wolf, being alone. So that was Bruce, or that's somebody that's going to see this message. And now this is a channel message from Brandon Martinez. He said, I should have been there for my bro. I was his big bro. So I said, I should have been here for my bro. And then he said, I was his big bro. So being on earth, Brandon didn't know how to be there for his brother, right? I should have been there for my bro. But now that he transcended into heaven, he said, I was his big bro. So now that, I mean, you know what I mean? Now that we left earth, he's in heaven, he's understanding now, and he's being there for Bruce. So this is a message for us like, hey, you know, when you love your people, show your people you love them. Buy them roses in a time where, you know, where they can smell those roses, or buy them food in a time that they can eat the food. Don't wait until we're in heaven and we leave to show the people that you love them and that you appreciate them. And yeah, he understands now. You know, we all try our best, we all do our best. Again, this is not to put anyone down, but this is just like, hey, our time here is short. And I'm talking to myself too. Our time here is short. So tell the people you love them. Regardless, you know, we fight, we bicker, we argue and stuff like that. But instead of having animosity or sarcasm, like, be real, be honest. Have the confidence and the strength to be real and be honest and to speak to each other. And it's not going to be easy. Sometimes we're going to need to take a break or time away, and that's safe. That's okay. But it's like, don't wait until it's too late, because when it's too late, you're going to regret that. But it's okay. And now I see Bruce and Brennan like just like fucking burning out in heaven, like just like going nuts, doing circles and donuts and driving and having fun. Like they're together, just like having fun, burning out, racing in heaven. I know it's crazy to believe, but hey. And like I said, Auntie Fina, she went straight to Bruce when she went. Like she was like eager. But I'm gonna move forward. Wait. Speaking of Auntie Fina, when she was here on earth, she did her best to keep the family together and bring the family together and heal and forgive. But she said the silence was too strong for her. Like for her to speak about specifically and directly what Bruce did, what happened in the family and stuff, the silence was just, it was too strong for her, and she couldn't. She tried her best to tell the family and to be that example, to speak, but it was just too strong to her. And she said it's in regard to temptation. But I got the angel number 2233. So let's look up Google angel number 2233, just like that in Google, and there'll be a message there. But also 22 and 33 are master numbers: 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 00. Those are all master numbers, ascended master numbers. But 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 is 10. So her leaving to heaven was completion of everything down here on earth. So she has a whole reset and a whole new life up in heaven, and all of that. So somebody in the family can read numerology as well, and I'd love to teach you about that, or you can start looking at that up. But somebody in the family can read numbers, numerology. You're very in tune with numbers, okay? So check that out. Gematria. Check out gematria. Look up the meaning and definition of gematria. Wait, there was something that Bruce... There was a number. Anyway, yeah, angel number 77. There's a Bible verse here, Genesis chapter 4. Lamech says to his wives, hear my voice, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man for wounding me, and a young man for bruising me. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 77-fold. So this is like talking about, like, you know, listen to me. Somebody like hurt me, somebody wounded me, somebody bruised me, but like justice still needs to come. Like if Cain can be avenged sevenfold, Lamech can be 77-fold. Something in regards to that. But somebody is a reader of numbers, of numerology. And Bruce was telling me I'm not gonna say that. Bruce also wants to send a message to my brother Andrew Cruz. He said, "Tell my cuz Drew I'm sorry for bullying him," and he also wants to send a message for Bradley Cruz. Bruce is a guardian angel for Bradley because Bruce sees that Bradley is going through spiritual warfare. It's not like nothing regular degular, it's spiritual warfare because the planet knows who you are and the special gifts you have. But Bruce is telling Bradley to fight through this warfare, through this struggle and experience you're going through. Bruce is saying to fight, and Bruce is also saying drink more water. And then Bruce said, "Mom, my son is me, Mom, please visit with him often." So please check that out. I think that's it. That was the closing to my channeled messages. My attention is being brought back to end the silence in the family. And perfect, 4505 455 ascended master. Bruce is like legit an ascended master in heaven. Whatever that means, whatever he did, it like ascended him to mastery within self. And I know this is like a lot of new knowledge and dialogue, information, conversation, words to everybody, but it's gonna make sense. Praying for my brothers and family. Pray together, build the family tree. So much pain in my soul. It's so hard to let go. But the God that I know would never ever let me go. Pain in My Soul by Chris Marquise. So that's the end of my written channeled message that I received from Bruce and the Most High Mother God. Is there anything else that we need to share before we close this message? If y'all see me talking to the water, I was just saying thank you to the water for healing me and rejuvenating my body. Water is life. Water is important. Protect the water. That was significant. Don't be teasing the people who are advocating or like honk for the water. You want your children to be swinging and swimming in chemical water, drinking chemical water, because right now Guam is fighting that new military base. Ooh, it's a channel message. The new military base that they're trying to build on Camp Blas, that is sitting right on top of our aquifer that provides the island with 80% of the water. So the military has already showed us over and over again that they don't care about the water. Look at Fukushima, Japan, Okinawa, Hawaii. They build, the military build, and respect for the people in the military. Listen, respect to the people in the military, but also pay attention because y'all are a part of drinking the water, utilizing the water, swimming in the water, showering with the water, cooking with the water. But the military has already shown us time and time again that they don't care if they poison the water that we need. And that aquifer is Guam's, that's where 80% of our water comes from. Our clean drinking natural water comes from. Somebody in the family is an advocate or needs to speak up. You have like spiritual message in your body that needs to get up in regards to advocacy to the land, the people, the water. Tell my family I love them. Tell my family I care. Chelsea, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for being a channel and a vessel. It took you a long way. Please acknowledge that you used to be quiet. You used to have low self-esteem. You wanted to be by yourself. You weren't confident to speak your voice, let alone share it publicly or personally or out loud. You've come a long way. That's enough. Preserve your energy. All right, y'all. So that's it. I also see like a bear in this cup. It's a cup of coffee, but I see a bear in the cup of coffee. Somebody in the family could also see images. You got clear seeing. Also a what is it called? A raccoon. Either somebody needs to take off the mask on your spiritual gifts and or stop digging in the trash. Like, stop fucking consuming shit that are trashy. Trashy people, trashy food, trashy media, trashy lifestyle, etc. It's not going to be easy, but you're worth it. I'm also talking to myself because it took me a long time to get where I'm at. And for the longest time, I was, you know, didn't want to share my gifts and my abilities, even when I knew I didn't know what it was or had the language to it or the definition or the meanings behind it or the study of it. Like, I still knew in some sense and I still wanted to express it, but it was silenced and shamed and demonized. And I just want to be an example and a testimony, a witness that God, if God can take me from where I went, God can take anybody from where I went. And I just want to share that I also had experience with incest. I went experienced child molestation at 5 years old. It was in the family. It was with one of my mom's ex-husbands. And after that, I started laying around with the family. I laid around with a lot of men in the family, a lot of boys in the family, a lot of little boys with little peepees. Okay, ew. I'm just trying my best to like be real and authentic and just kind of like make light of it. It's not funny. I'm not joking on it. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not shaming anybody, but I'm just trying my best to make light of it and to just express myself with a light heart. Okay, so ill. Anyway, you know, this is all about awareness and prevention. Again, like I said, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for being here. As I mentioned in the beginning of the message, this is a channel message. I don't have any tarot cards. I don't have any oracle cards. I don't have anything. This is a straight channel from the Most High, from the Aniti, from the angels in heaven, through me, for Mama Gaia, the people on Mother Earth, all right? So y'all discern. Don't get it twisted. I use tarot cards. I use energy oracle cards, but I be tap in with the channel, okay? And this message again is to share awareness, education, and prevention. I have a multiple of ways where people can come and speak, whether you want to speak with me directly or if you would like to share your story publicly. I have a multiple of ways. I have a podcast called the Social Progress Podcast. We educate social stigmas with lived experiences, meaning all the taboo and popular topics. We share our lived experiences to be evidence that, like, hey, yo, I went through that too, yo, but I also healed from that. I also forgave. I also moved on, and now I'm using my story to share with others. I go on live stream. I have multiple platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Not Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And this is what it is. I'm learning that I'm a psychic medium. I'm learning that I'm an intuitive child. A psychic medium meaning like you psychic, you know things. Medium meaning you talk to dead people. You talk to people who transition. They ain't dead. They still alive. The energy is still alive. Energy never dies. It just transcends and transmutes into something else. I believe that Bruce's energy is in his child. God, it just looks just like him. And I don't even know, like, I could be wrong, y'all. Please let me know. I could be wrong. I could blah, blah, blah. But I just have to have confidence. I just have to have confidence and trust my channel. And I am going to be wrong sometimes. And I might mix things up sometimes. But I also have to be confident that I'm hella fucking psychic. Hella intuitive. That's why when folks want to try and play some things, y'all playing yourselves. Y'all playing yourselves. Anyways, psychic medium, intuitive. I'm a reader. I'm a mentor. I'm a guardian for the youth, meaning my sole purpose here is to advocate for the youth. Before I used to think that youth just meant the kids, the young folk, but to me now, what Mother God is showing me is that youth is the young kids. It is the children, but youth is also the adults who are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, living life today with the traumas and the dramas and the bullshits that happened ever since childhood. You angry, you frustrated, you negative Nancy, because all the shit that happened in childhood. But I get it, because they don't be teaching us that back then. Everything was intentional, but times are changing now. So I encourage you to jump on your healing journey, your spiritual journey, and get on that thing, because it's just time, especially if you're watching this video. Bruce is waving. Somebody has a red Forerunner, a red Toyota Tacoma 4Runner with like something at the top, something to hold like bikes or whatever at the top. Whoever owns that red Toyota Tacoma, Bruce is waving at you. That's also my grandma Rosa waving at me as well. Red also represents the root chakra, it represents the root chakra, represents your safety, your security, your money, your foundation. So me, myself, and everybody else watching this video needs to focus on your foundation, your health, your wellness, your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health, your money, your community, your family type thing, and stop operating. It's like start moving up. It's time for you to move up. Whoever has that red Toyota Tacoma truck, message me. Let me know, because I know some people are going to message me. But yeah, I offer, so that's it, y'all. If you're seeing this video, I just want you to know that the grandmothers want you to know that you are not alone. I want you to know that your higher self is saying that even though it doesn't look like it, your inner child is saying even though it doesn't feel like it, you are on the right path, you are on the right track. So just keep going. Even in your deepest, darkest trenches, I would love to be that lighthouse for you to shine light and let you know, like, hey, you a-okay. It don't feel like it, don't look like it, but you're right where you're supposed to be. Sometimes that's uncomfortable, sometimes that's awkward, and we don't want to understand that or accept that, but you're right on path, okay? Trust God, trust God's timing and God's reasoning. Also, Bruce is like giving somebody a hug, like, I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to hear from you. He's like hugging me. My grandma's hugging me, and or they're hugging y'all, okay? So Bruce is like just really excited. And I say that because people came in and they started hugging up on each other. Angel 555 is important. Look up angel number 555. All right, so I want to be that lighthouse in your deepest, darkest trench to let you know you ain't alone. Keep on going, all right? And if anybody needs any type of service or assistance in regard to spiritual journey, healing journey, or if you need any type of assistance, if you're just going through a hard time in life right now, or you need a little bit extra assurance on top of what you already know, I also offer intuitive channel messages as I'm doing right now. I also utilize tarot and oracle readings as well. So please click the link in my bio in my Instagram or in my Instagram and get connected with me. Okay. Email me tomorrowmedicinewoman@gmail.com. 555 again, changes. Ooh, 5 represents changes. I can feel my heart. Somebody's going to be very nervous. Their heart's going to be like beating when they watch this video. But this is good. Like, the uncomfort is good stuff, okay? Anything else? Chelsea? Mama? Bruce? Heaven's just having a ball because, like I said, it took me a long time to get where I'm at, and it's just about time. They say, like, now that the matriarchy is gone, justice, truth be brought to the family. So again, Auntie Fina, she was there a lot in many different ways, but specifically in the way it was supposed to be, the silence overtook it. But she was honest about that with God, and God accepted that and sent somebody was chosen to speak for the family, through the family, to the family. And I'm answering that call and I'm accepting it. It's so crazy how, you know what I mean, like, we can know each other by being in-laws, and then something like this happens and it's a whole different ball game, you know. It's just like, wow, I'm just flabbergasted. But also, dang it was right there. Auntie Fina. Oh, Auntie Fina is saying that a lot of people, she spoke with a lot of the family members and she tried her best to be there for a lot of the family members and talk with you guys over the phone. And a lot of you guys are going to miss her phone calls. I'm not going to speak over that. Don't let the distractions don't let the distractions, the trauma, the anger, the bullshit stop you from reaching out with the family. Okay, I'm going to stop. Y'all heard that. Don't play me. Y'all heard that. There's a reflection from the window and the light, but also for divine reason that this light beam is specifically cut. Y'all see that? There's 2. Y'all heard that. Grandma is saying, don't allow the past or the hurt or the trauma or the bullshit to stop you guys from talking to each other. A lot of the people in the family, and this is for everybody's family, a lot of the people in the family appreciated that grandma was there, papa was there, whoever was there, like the one that was holding the glue in the family and reaching out to everybody. But grandma is saying it's time for you guys to start doing that for each other, talking to each other, calling each other, hanging out with each other, doing the best you can. My coffee also spilled out the word huddle, which huddle is like, you know, coming in together to support. Huddle, what's the plan, what we doing, blah, 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 and then execute, you know what I mean? So that's also affirming, like, come together in a huddle and talk to each other. But they also want you to listen to the song Blessings by Lecrae and Ty Dolla $ign. Canada, Canada, Canada. They don't see that there's a lot of us. Everybody move anonymous. These blessings be coming from God above. I was doing all kind of by called a choir. They told me bring me to church, blah blah blah. Swear the sun is shining on me. No, grandma's saying no exceptions in regards to the communicating with the fam. It's just time for us, like, to start being there for each other and talking to each other. Again, if anybody needs any type of liaison or somebody like a mentor or just like a friend to like encourage you to have that strength and that courage, my DMs, my email is open. And whoever has the confidence and feels has the strength to reach out and be like, hey, like I would like to do that, you know what I mean, hit me up. But also at the same time, like, have those boundaries, draw those boundaries. If the family is toxic, if they're negative, if they don't want to change and you're trying to do so, you don't need to carry that burden and that weight and do it for the fam. Just do what you can within yourself and be that example within yourself, and the fam will see and do it just according to as such. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. A whole hour in. This is a whole movie. This is going on YouTube. This is what was guided by Mother God and Bruce, and also my spiritual team, because I'm a channeler. Everything is going on YouTube now. Channel Job. Oh, Job. Channel Job. And I also want to share that before I got this message from Bruce, I was literally like asking my ancestors and my spirit team, what am I doing? Where am I going? I'm on this path and this journey, like what's next, etc. And they're like, channel, dude, you're a channel and it's time for you to start sharing your messages. Also, Bruce wants y'all to cook his favorite foods, and he's telling me, cuz rolling up and smoke one with me. So if y'all like smoke the ganja, light one up with him in his name and sit down and smoke with him. Don't be scared or afraid or whatever, and cook his favorite foods and put his picture up there, put grandma's picture up there, light a candle. He wants his picture up there and out there. I'm gonna put it up here in the channel. And this message was a treat for the fam and for me too, and for heaven too. This was a treat. This was like a good, necessary, needed treat. Anyway, I love y'all. See y'all again in the next message. And yeah, I just pray that this message reaches everybody in good spirits. And I say that I share this with so much respect and so much compassion, but also with so much confidence. Like, it is what it is, yo. Let's go. Let's make a change. All right, love y'all.